So first off, Jordan, earlier this week we spoke to you and you said, you're, writing a book, nothing's ever perfect all the time.
Yeah.
And then you get perfection on vault today. What did that mean to you, getting that first perfect 10 on vault?
I mean, it's honestly, no words could really express how I was feeling. Obviously, I was just sitting in the moment. I was surprised myself because, sometimes I go harder when I actually salute. So being perfect today on vault meant everything. I mean, it took me 4 years finally to get a 10 on vault, and I'm just very proud of myself, and that just means I have, more opportunities to really feel encouraged and feel, powerful going into everything that I need to do.
Hey guys, Ashlee, this one's for you. Kind of big day, your first career performance in poly, career high in all 3 events you participated on today, and both of you tying the bars title. How did that feel for you today, and what kind of clicked?
I'll say it felt super surreal, just living in the moment. But going into today, I genuinely had such a good feeling about it. I felt like I was at home. Everyone's energy was so high that it truly set me up for success, mentally and physically, and obviously physically with scores and all of that. But today was just such a blast. It was such excitement and energy. So yeah, it truly meant a lot.
For either of you, Sienna has stepped up on multiple events now, being routine ready on 3 of them and stepping in today for Sydney on floor. What have you seen from her being really willing to go the extra step in her senior year and kind of become routine ready in events like that?
Sienna's a really huge leader. She definitely knows what it's like to be in positions of, having to step in for people. And last year, I think, really made her want to fight for this year. As a senior, you want to do everything you can to make sure you do your senior right. And honestly, she's done a remarkable job. She dealt with a lot this week, and I couldn't be more proud of her being able to step in today and show, the world, this is me, this is what I have to do, and I'm just going to help my team out the best way I can. And she did that, so I'm beyond proud.
And I can kind of touch on it a little bit as an underclassman. She and Joe, they're just such incredible leaders for this team and really sets the standard and role model for how a Bruin should act and how a Bruin should carry themselves. She has such dedication and grit and love for this team, and she pours it out every day into training, even out of training, just every aspect. She really puts her heart and soul into it. So I was super excited for her today and for the performances that she's done.
Question for Jordan. Jordan, can you talk about the energy, the home crowd, being in front of the home crowd today?
Oh my gosh, the energy today was outstanding. Obviously having, just performing in poly, the meet itself, the title of the meet itself, I think, it's the happiest place on earth. And having this opportunity to spend 4 years in poly has been amazing. I think looking back at my freshman year, just like the freshmen now, wondering, this experience finally is here, but now realizing that this experience is coming to an end in poly and taking each and every moment, these 5 home meets that we have, now 4, it's going to be, every meet is going to just be magical. And today felt very magical. Today felt like, the Bruins were in their Bruin bubble, and we just went out there to do what we did. Yes, there are things that, everything is, we progress each and every single time, but sometimes having your home crowd makes it even better. And you just want to feel that energy.
Both of you guys can touch on this one, but kind of pertinent to what you just said. But as your kind of collegiate career is coming to an end, coming to poly, a group like this where there's so many little kids kind of watching you perform, getting that perfect score, if you could go back and tell little Jordan at that tiny age something about kind of where you are today and how you're feeling, what would you tell her?
If I could tell little Jordan now, to listen to people. I think, sorry if I get emotional. I've had a very tough week, but there are things that as you grow as an athlete, you wish you would have learned when you were younger. And it's hard to really put into words looking back now, what would I've had changed, because my story is so unique and different. But knowing that I get to come into poly every single home meet and give the crowd what they want, and allow myself to really perform to my best ability, it just means everything. I can definitely say, a high positive to that little girl. I'm proud of you for continuing on to your dreams and fulfilling that D1 scholarship that you always wanted and being a part of your dream school. So it's crazy to say now that I've been here for 4 years. I feel like I've been here for eternity, but I'm just happy that I have the right people around me to uplift me in ways, and I can try to lead this team as best as I can, and hopefully we come out and do the best that we can.
Sure. I mean, again, I'm just now getting into college and everything, but I've had, some experience competing like with elite and, some high stake level meets. And like as an athlete, I feel like in these past few years, what I would tell myself earlier is just kind of enjoy it. Like every opportunity that I get, just seize it and stay in that moment and be grateful for whatever outcome it is. Because again, there's only 18 girls on this team. We get to do truly something special every weekend, every day in the gym. So kind of just see the gratitude and see the best in every situation. So.
During the week, your coach said that there was an importance put into the details of each routine, especially on the balance beam where you guys kind of struggled last week. Can you talk about what improved this week from last week?
One word, Lacey Dagan. I think if you truly look at our beam from last week to this week, I would have to say last week was really just, I think we were just in our heads. Every single athlete that went up, it was really like, wow, we are in front of, all these other schools. This is our first time on podium. Like, it's those jitters. This week, we knew what we had to do in sense of being able to really, yes, dial in the details, but we all have our own things that we say to each other, our own cues, our own people that come up to us. So I think once we realize that, yes, we do have to stay in our Bruin bubble. Yes, we have to really dial into each other is what really makes it work. So, with Kate starting us off with a 9-9, I think that kind of just took it off from there because we were like, okay, we have a solid start. Let's keep pushing, keep it going. Beam is always an event that you never know what can happen. I mean, we're flipping on a 4-inch piece of wood. It can go up, it can go down. But today I definitely can say that was one of the, best beam I've seen for a very long time, even just in preseason. Like, I felt like we, finally are figuring things out. We have so much more to give, so much more. But now, we're week 3 and we already got a 49.65. So it's like we're progressing back to where we were at that top beam team. So I'm just proud that we were able to turn around from last week and really showing, look, this is what we do in practice.
And I kind of wanted to touch on that just a little bit because we have such great depth on this team. We truly have the talent, the grit, the want, everything that a dream team has. So I feel like, again, everyone was a little bit in their heads last week, and this is not just beam. So I feel like we're really in the gym working on it, and I feel like we did better this week of not being in our heads, letting our training shine through, because in training we really have the numbers, the reps, the details, everything locked in. So it's just kind of translating that in, and I feel like we did a good job of that this week as a team. So
2 questions for you, Ashlee. First off, I mean, it seems like you're really finding your groove on bars. What since you've got to UCLA has helped you get there? And then can you talk a little bit about Jordis and what she's showing, getting event ready on a few events, especially had a great exhibition on vault today?
Yeah, so I'll start with Jordis because when I came in, she was still, I think she just got the pin out of her toe, and since then, she's wanted it so bad. She's in the gym working every day, putting in the extra reps, and you can see it through her gymnastics how much she wants to break into these lineups. And again, the gymnastics that she's showing is truly phenomenal, and she has a lot to give for this team. So I'm really proud of what she did today. And again, there's a few mistakes here and there, but she has the opportunity to go back, and she will train it even harder and get it even better than that. So I think Jordis is fabulous, and I can't wait to see how she progresses on in the season. And then what was the first question?
Like you found your groove on bars.
Yeah.
What since you got here have you learned and how are you applying that?
Yeah, so it was definitely a transition. I came in pretty late. I came in November, so I only had about a month to kind of switch from elite gears to collegiate, and I feel like a big part of it was just the detail work and the perfection part of college, because again, elite, you're allowed a little leeway if you're throwing all these big skills, but here you miss a handstand, it counts, it hits. So I feel like that's kind of what I've been really trying to dial in, is those little details that I wouldn't necessarily have thought of before, but now just really locking into it and being conscious of that every time I go.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.